something you mentioned, I want to just jump into, which is this idea of AI can be quite psychophantic, right?
Yeah.
Where it's always just cheering you on and so forth. Are there ways you found of making it more real so that it's not always just cheering you on or just being real with you? How do you do that? How do you,
there are prompts actually that you can do that have been put by people up on LinkedIn and stuff. I mean, you just literally write down a prompt like, hey, from now on, I want you to remove all, positive words such as this and this and this of like follow up, and you're literally saying, I want you to be more direct, blunt, more, if you don't know something, say that you don't know, like you literally tell us, and then say from now on, the next conversations only do this. And so I'll just best it up of there. And then you realize that, it'll change because these are all nice, good ways. Because interestingly, you'll find that the different frontier model labs right now, what they're doing is they're hiring a lot of communication English majors, right? It's interesting, right? So to help them make it AI have like sort of some personalities that can connect with people. Because if you look at the way people have been using it, there's the data now that says like a lot of people actually are using AI, the AI chatbots. I think we need to always be able to tell like AI is not just the chatbots and the are using them for personal, advisory and things like that. So to make them more personable, and that's why you find that they can be a bit too encouraging and psychophantic and things like that. But then you can now put in prompts to just say like, okay, I want you to be direct, from now on, the next, and then because they'll follow whatever it is that you ask them and how to do them, and then actually just telling them to tell you that they don't know, they actually don't know something.
Because I always find it interesting, especially with the hallucination element, right? Will the AI, if you tell it, if you don't know, please let me know, will it actually tell you it doesn't know, especially when it's still hallucinating, because it can still hallucinate?
Yeah, so there's a really good video recently by some of the team at Anthropic, who are the teams who applied AI on how best to prompt and what to use. And of course, these are models making a lot of connections, and they're not perfect, and they're trying to figure things out. And they're predicting the next word, and they have this whole database and making connections. So their hallucination at the moment is not going away completely just because of the real distraction, but you can't really reduce it also because of the way you prompt and you be more specific about how you prompt, right? By giving it, how do you want it? You start with like, how do you want it to act? Like what, personal, what objective do you have for it? So first you start ideally with, act as a, such, then objective, and then, particular
And
things
actually,
to do, and then eventually that's when it comes. And that reduces its ability to hallucinate, because sometimes it's just that it's not understanding really well what you're asking it to do. It predicts. So it predicts what you would have wanted as an outcome.
And actually, we in the previous episode, we spoke about, the best prompting, this idea of context, output, guardrails. And we spoke about a more complex one, the rocket one, a role, objective, context, key constraints, examples, then target output. And those, I think, from that perspective. I like that idea of just giving it context so that, so that it gives you the answer they're looking for. So